Hey y'all, and welcome to Monner's Market, and welcome to my Bloom with Grace challenge. This is a monthly challenge that I host, and each month we have a different co-host, and the co-host gets to pick the flower of the month. This month our co-host has picked Daisies, which is perfect for the beginning of spring. Shawnie over at Glitzy Stitches Home DIY is my co-host today. Her link will be listed below along with the playlist. Now let's get into my DIY number one. I made this cute little jewelry tray. I took this little piece of wood that you can get from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. I'm so used to saying $1. It's hard to get used to $1.25. And I took the Antique Wax by Waverly, painted all over it, and wiped it off. Then I took this gorgeous transfer from Chalkboard that just happened to have some little daisies on it. And I fell in love with this. Now, I did not end up using the whole "You Are Beautiful, Don't Change," but it is a very, very pretty transfer. And that's one of the things that I like the most about Chalkboard transfers is that you don't have to do exactly what the picture is. As a matter of fact, if you go back in my videos, you will see a few that are Chalk With Me videos. And that is a playlist of several different people using the same exact transfer, but doing a variety of different DIYs with them. So what I'm going to do is just use, on this particular one, the bottom, the little daisies. And for this entire video, well, for two of the projects, I'm going to use the bright white paste, the pesto paste, and the Sunnyside paste. Those are the colors that I'm going to be using. So at first I'm just going to use the bright white, and I'm going to put some on my little squeegee and just rub it on where the white part of the daisies are. If you have never seen Chalkboard, which I can't imagine you haven't, but if for some reason you haven't, it is something that I am a distributor for, and there is always a link either in my link tree if you are coming to me from Instagram or Facebook, or there is a link down in the description box below, along with the playlist of a few other ladies who are joining me in my Bloom with Grace challenge this month. Now I'm going to go in with this pesto, and this pesto is the same green color that I was so obsessed with back at Christmas time. That is the perfect green with their candy apple red. It makes the most beautiful vintagey Christmas colors. So I'm still kind of obsessed with the pesto and use it as often as I can. So I'm just adjusting my little transfer right here. And the reason I'm doing it like that is because it's sticky all over. And I didn't want my transfer to stick down to my paper that I'm using to cover my table and end up getting on the back of my transfer. So I just took the backer sheet and just kind of placed it up under it like you see. Then I'm going to peel that off. And the top part right here are the little middle pieces to the flower. I love the way they do these layered transfers. It's really cool. Now, you're supposed to cut that off and make that two transfers, but I was in a hurry and it was just easier for me to leave it all one big transfer. But to each his own. You can leave it or you can cut it off and make it easier. So now I'm taking that really pretty Sunnyside paste and just pasting over the little spots right there. And that will do the top of this little jewelry tray. I'm going to put this tray in my kitchen right beside my sink, and very seldom do I take my rings off, but I do take my watch off when I go to wash dishes, and this is a perfect little tray for it. Now I'm taking this little glass candlestick that you can get from the Dollar Tree any day, and I'm going to give it a couple of coats actually, but I'm not being real careful about painting it because I'm going to go back and take my little finger sander and scuff it up. Now I'm doing the top really good so that the glue will stick to my board. And once it dries, I just take my finger sander and just scuff it up and make it look really old and sort of vintagey. And then I glue it straight to the middle of the bottom of my little wood piece. And that is literally all there is to making this. And I love, love, love the way it turned out. It's the perfect size. It's about 6 inches long and a perfect size to set right there beside your sink to put your jewelry on. Or you can put your scrub pad or a variety of anything else. You can actually even sit your soap on top of it or whatever. But look how cute that is. And I love the daisies. They are so adorable. That layered look is so cute. I think it's just amazing how cute this turned out. And I love the way the bottom turned out. So, sort of like old and rustic and just worn, which is exactly what I was going for. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about the way my little jewelry tray, is what I'm going to call it, turned out. Now let's get into DIY number 2. This is my favorite one. I found this little house chalkboard at Target for $3. And it's a pretty decent sized little chalkboard. It's not tiny by any means. It's probably 12 inches tall at the top. And same transfer. I'm just going to go in the bottom down there and do the flowers. And again, I'm using the same white pesto and sunny side that I used on my little tray that I made. And I'm sure you're wondering what I'm going to do to the top of it. I am not going to use anything else on this particular transfer for this picture. I'm going to use a different one, which happens to be our Club Couture transfer for, is it April or May? I've lost track. But anyway, you can join Chalk Couture for $19.99 every month, and you'll get an exclusive transfer that no one else can get. You have to be in the club to get this transfer. And not this one, but the one coming up. And 3 packets of paste that match, you know, like coordinate with it. So I got the bottom done. Now I'm going to go back in, place the top back on like I did on my little tray. Got to make sure you fuzz it, because if you don't fuzz it and it's too sticky, it definitely will stick to your surface. And when you peel it up, you're just going to peel all of the sticky off of the back of your transfer and you will have a mess. So anyway, I put the sunny side on there, and that's all I'm going to do with that particular transfer. Look how pretty that is across the bottom. Now this is the Club Couture for, I'll have the right month by the time I post this, and I will put it across the screen. But I'm just going to use the part that says home. Now, I did not get it exactly centered. It was to the left just a hair. So you will see me in just a minute go in and put some greenery in there to sort of cover up the fact that I had it too far to the left. Some people may have thought it looks fine like it is, just leave it alone, but I am like super duper OCD when it comes to stuff like that. So I had to put something there to make it look like it was intentional that it was that far to the left. So I'm just using my bright white paste here. And this is my favorite part. When you do the reveal and you peel back that, look at that. Oh my God, it is so perfect every time. And I never, ever, ever get tired of it. And see how easy it was to clean up my little mess? Just a simple little wet wipe, wiped it right off. Now this is a beautiful new olive pick that I got from the Dollar Tree the other day. And it is very high quality and high end looking. I was very shocked at the quality of this, and so a few other picks that they have out now. I'm just taking this and I am cutting it down some because it was too long. And I was going to use that little white flower, but you know, with it wasn't a daisy and it didn't really match. So I changed my mind. This is some gorgeous ribbon that I found at the Dollar Tree recently. And there was like 5 different colors. I got all 5 of them, but they're all like neutral tones. Love, love, love this ribbon. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it together and make myself a little bow. Going to dovetail the ends and glue it to my picture. And that's going to be all there is to it. And I love the way this turned out. I have about, if you want to count the little bit of ribbon and that pick, I've got less than $5 in this entire picture, and I think it's just adorable. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about my, I guess, house picture is what I'm going to call it, or home picture, since it says home on it. Look how pretty that is. And it actually would go really cute side by side to the tray that I made. I think it would be really cute there too. Look how pretty that is. Look at those daisies. I love it. Love, love, love that ribbon. Look how pretty, and look how beautiful this olive pick is. It is definitely not Dollar Tree quality. So that extra 25 cents that we're paying has allowed them to bring in some better stuff. Now this is just a super quick, very small little beaded garland that I threw in there because I had that that twine flower, and it looks like a little daisy to me. You'll see at the end what I'm talking about if you didn't get to see it just then. Now you will see me using yellow elephant or bumblebee elephant and ivory. Oh no, that's maize. I'm sorry. Maize, elephant, and ivory from Waverly, but I didn't end up using the smaller, or cashew. I'm getting it all wrong. You're seeing it across the screen, so stay with me. But I ended up just using the fatter ones and made sort of a shorter one. I just didn't need another long beaded garland, because if you are familiar with my channel, you know I love beaded garlands, and I've got a ton of them. But I already have a longer beaded garland that is very similar to this one. So I just have it on a pipe cleaner from the Dollar Tree, and it helps me to hold them a little bit better. I like the skewers much, much better than the pipe cleaners. And then, like I said, I did use some of that color right there, but I didn't put it on my beaded garland. Anyway, now I'm going to use the elephant, and the maize and the elephant are the only two colors that I actually used on my beaded garland. So after I get them done, get them dried, I go to put it on my twine and can't find any tape anywhere, which, you know, if you put tape around the top of your twine, it makes it go so much faster. So I tried using hot glue and making it, and it did work, but man, did I burn my fingertips trying to get that done. So on one end, I just made a little tassel, and look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but look at the top of that little cute little, I don't even know what it is. It's just a twine flower. I got that from BB Crafts because I am a BB Craft ambassador, and that's one of the things that they sent me so that I could craft and show you some of their products. And I think it's so cute, and it looked just like a daisy to me, even though it was, you know, all the twine color. But anyway, that's all I did to that, and put it together with my little vignette to finish off my daisies, Bloom with Grace. And look at it. Look how cute. It just looks like a little daisy to me. So anyway, I thought it was cute. I just wanted to throw that in there. So let me know down in the comments which one of these were your favorite, and if you like the daisy theme. If you are interested in getting this particular transfer, or either one of the transfers that I used, or joining the club, or buying something different, or just becoming a designer, those links are always listed in my videos in the description box. You can always find them. If you are on my Instagram, you can always find them in my link tree. So definitely there's always a link to them that's easy to find. So thank you, Shawnie from Glitzy Stitches, for being my co-host today and picking out these adorable daisies. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watching. You guys know that I love you all so much. I'm so glad to be back and crafting regularly for you now. I will have another video coming out this week on the 22nd, which is my birthday. Can't wait. And that one's going to be a good one too. So thank you for coming to Monner's Market. Thank you for watching. You know I love you guys. Go watch the playlist. Be blessed. Bye now.